Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of Real Talk Chronicles. I'm so happy, I can't even hide it. So, we have a special segment, the business segment. I think that's what we're going to call it, the business segment. So, we are live. I'm actually going to just talk to you and take a second to share this to my Facebook page as well, because I want everybody to see it. And Audrey, now's a good time to do that for you. So, I'm just going to share it. I'm so happy. I can't even find it. All right, so mine is double. Okay. I think that's yours that's playing. So turn your volume down.
Yeah, my volume's down.
Is it? Mine is double. Okay. You sure? I think that's yours that's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Turn your volume down.
My volume's down.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bill, are you listening to my show on your phone or tablet? You know what? I love him dearly. It's not me. It's not me.
Bill?
It was Bill. It was Bill. All right, so we're going to start that again. So, welcome everybody to our special edition of Real Talk Chronicles. This is something new. A lot of people are starting small businesses, including myself. And I just want to dedicate a show every other week. It's going to be every other Tuesday dedicated to small business owners. So, I'm so happy. I have to tell you, I came up with this idea a couple weeks ago and I said, I wonder if I could find someone, since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October, it would be great to interview someone who is a survivor, but also a business owner. And, as God would have it, I'm just sitting back, scrolling through Instagram, and this thing popped up on my screen. I was like, Audrey! Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, for everyone who is joining us, I just want to tell you thank you. I truly appreciate you tuning in. I would love it if you would just hit the share button and spread the word. It would mean so much to us. And also, if you have any questions or comments for myself or for my beautiful guests, please feel free to put it in. I am going to pull up Facebook. I'm only able to see the comments that are coming in on Bill's Facebook page. So I shared it to my Facebook page, but I would love to be able to keep up with your comments as well. So just hop on over to Bill's Facebook Live, and that way I can read them as well. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let my guest introduce herself. So if you can just tell everybody, I like to say where you're from and where you're at, because I know it's two different places, and what you've been up to.
Hello, everyone. My name is Audrey, and I am from New York, Harlem, New York, born and raised, and I reside in Maryland, in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a mother of three girls. I have twins, 31, and I have a daughter, 24. I have a grandson, my grand prince. He's 2 months, and I have a granddaughter that's 11. Um, I own a business by the name of the Rum Cake Kitchen. I've been in business about a year and a half, and it's actually doing very well.
Very good. So, I mean, the ages of your kids, I don't know. I have to check some ID, Audrey. I don't believe you. It's called Good Genes, right?
Good genes.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with your latest grandchild. That little boy is,
Oh, my grand prince.
yes, your
Nalil.
what's his name?
His name is Nalil.
Nalil.
Yes.
We know him as Grand Prince because that's,
Grand prince. Everybody knows him as grand prince.
yes, please keep the pictures coming because it
I
definitely,
will.
okay, yes. So I just want to say thank you. I truly appreciate you. And I was thinking about earlier, I was thinking about when did we first meet? I honestly cannot remember where we met,
I remember.
but I have an idea. Go ahead.
We met. I was with Chantel. We
Yes.
were at Harlem Week,
Yes.
and we met you on 125th Street.
Wow. So that was
Yep.
the time.
Yep.
And that had to have been almost 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Hmm.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
my life went from being so quiet to, oh, meet this person, that person.
Right.
I have to tell you, I mean, you were one, it was a bunch of people that I met, but I love the bond that we share because, some people just hit it off right away. And
Yeah, I feel like I've known you longer than 5 years.
good, because I feel the same way. The feeling
Yeah.
is mutual. So, and, I miss seeing you or miss going down to Maryland.
You guys.
The Capital Jazz.
Bill is like a big brother.
Absolutely. So that automatically makes you my sister. So
Exactly.
stuck with me.
Automatic.
Yes, definitely. So it's a lot of love that's coming in already, and I truly appreciate it.
Yes, it is.
Audrey, your story, I mean, I've been telling you this on the side for a few years now, but I,
Mhm.
I love your story, and that's why I asked you to be my very first guest on the business segment because I think people could learn from your story.
Mhm.
And I would love to share. And, again, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I have to tell you, I wore this pink shirt just for you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if people have been noticing, but I tend to wear black or, gray. I
Right.
had to dig for this pink shirt. At first, I was going to order one online from Macy's, and I'm like, no, maybe there's at least one pink shirt in here. So I
I
got,
thought about wearing a pink shirt, but I
yeah.
couldn't find it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought about asking you so we could be twins on the show today. So,
I have one beige sweater. But I want to thank you for having me on the show. I'm so excited.
definitely,
Really
definitely.
appreciate it.
This is exciting. I mean, there's so many hot topics. Obviously, voting, is number one. I always do a check. I think it's like 20 days until November 3rd, election day.
Mm,
But I was,
cool.
yeah, I was looking today because I'm, been hearing that people have been doing early voting, which I'm so happy to see. So
Mhm.
curious about, what's going on in New York. When does early voting start? And I think it starts next Saturday on the 24th. So please, somebody, write in and correct me if I'm wrong. But, we were planning to go November 3rd, but now we're starting to think, maybe we should hop on that line a little bit early because you can't miss it.
No, very important. This is life or death,
Yeah,
literally.
literally. Exactly.
Mhm.
So how do you plan? Do you plan to go in person or through mail?
Yeah, I'm going. No, no, no. I'm going in person.
Good.
I don't trust the mail.
Me neither.
I don't trust it. Too many shenanigans going on with the post office.
It is. Yeah, it's scary. I mean, we've been hearing a lot of different things. So,
Mhm.
everybody has a choice as to how they vote, but the bottom line is to make sure you get out there and vote. I
Yeah,
don't.
everybody must vote.
Just vote.
Everybody in Maryland, please vote.
Yes, Maryland, Philly, all over.
All over.
Yes. So, back to the pink.
Yes.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I would love if you could share a little bit of your story. I want to just tell you, we all, as females, we get our mammograms. And I just want to share just a little bit about my own personal experience. For the past, I don't know, maybe 4 years or so, seems like every time I went for my mammogram, they were like, oh, well, we have to have you, take another test, take a sonogram because they thought they saw something. And I was like, okay, the first time they said that to me, I'm like, really? Because I didn't feel anything.
Hmm.
So I think I lost count, but I think it was about maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. I went for the mammogram, same thing. They did the sonogram after, they would always tell me that the tissue is dense, my breasts are dense. But this time they wanted to take a biopsy. And I have to tell you, Audrey, I'm consider myself tough and this, that, and the other, but that really
Scary.
it scared me. It scared me. And I talked to my mom and talked to Bill about it. And I guess that was right, my Bill. I talked to Bill about it. But, I said, whatever it is, even if I do have it, I know that there's a lot of advances that have happened over the years. So it wasn't something to fear per se. I think I mainly was fearing that needle, that was necessary for the biopsy. But my
Yeah.
mom Yeah, she was kind enough to do a Google search for me, and just because I was curious about what the facts are, like how many people are getting it, um, breast cancer. And it says in the United States, there are, just for this past year, for 2020, there are approximately 300,000 new breast cancer cases.
Wow.
We're 10 months in, but 300,000 cases, that blew.
100,000.
Yes, and that's just here in the United States. And of that 300,000, about 2,600 of them are men. So another interesting fact, because people just generally think of women,
Right.
women being coming down with breast cancer, but men can get it as well. And that's why early detection and exams are very important. And just one more fact is that 3.8 million survivors in the United States. So for as many people who are, diagnosed with breast cancer, almost 4 million people have survived it. And that is promising. So that's my little tidbit. And just to finish my story, they said that, it's not cancer. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I'm diligent about, doing the exams and also making sure that I go. It's time now to schedule my next mammogram. So
Very important. Mammogram.
important. So how did you find out? How did you?
I've been a survivor for 8 years. So I found out in 2012, April of 2012, I had my annual mammogram. I actually rescheduled it like 4 times,
Did
and
you?
I was planning to go to a family reunion in the Bahamas that upcoming May.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the mammogram, and you know, they looked at it and they was saying that it was a little something was different because they compared the pictures from the year before.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted me to take the sonogram. So I did
Right.
the sonogram. I did it the same day, and the doctor came and examined me, and she kept saying she didn't feel anything. It was no lump. But they said, well, we want you to take a biopsy.
Yeah.
So that was scheduled. I did the biopsy, and I didn't have any pain, no signals, anything. So I'm thinking like they don't, they're making a mistake.
Right.
So I think it took about 3 or 4 days, and I got a call, and it came back that I had breast cancer, and it
Mm-hmm.
was just really shocking because I had no lump, no signs, no pain. It was just like nothing. So it was just silent. So just imagine, who knows how long it would have took to get a lump or any kind of, because sometimes you don't, it might be somewhere hidden in a tissue and you don't even know. And
Exactly.
and it spreads really fast. And once it, gets to a certain point where it spreads, it can go into the lymph nodes. And once it gets into your lymph nodes, then the lymph nodes filter to the rest of the body. So then it could spread other places. So again, I'm thinking, oh, they told me, well, you're going to have to do a lumpectomy, and we're going to schedule that. So I'm thinking, oh, I can do it. I wanted to go up to my family reunion, and they were like, oh, no, this is something that we have to schedule right away. You can't go to the reunion.
Right.
So I was really like, it was just shocking and upsetting because it doesn't run in my family. My mother never had breast cancer. My grandmother never had breast cancer. So it's like, where is this coming from?
Right. Right.
Where's this coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So I had the lumpectomy. It was a procedure where they actually go into the breast and they take out a certain amount of tissue. Again, I had no lump at all. So you can't base it on a lump.
Exactly.
You can't base it on that. The surgery was a success. They removed the tissue, and they also removed 2 lymph nodes because that gets sent out for testing.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that came back clear. The lymph nodes came back clear. So basically, when your lymph nodes are clear, you don't have to usually, well, in my case, because every case is different, I didn't have to do any kind of chemo, but I did have to do radiation,
Okay.
and I did 6 weeks of radiation.
Okay.
And that was kind of rough because you have to go every day for
Right.
6 weeks, except for the weekends, and you have to go at the same time every day. It's
Why
quick.
why do you have to go at the same time?
I don't really remember why, but they want you to be there. Like, say you go at 11, it has to be at 11, same time. I guess the timing with the treatment, the
Mm-hmm.
cycle with the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you really don't feel anything, but after a couple treatments, you start feeling really tired and drained. And I mean, while you're getting the treatment, you don't feel like you're burning, any kind of burning, but after a couple treatments, the skin was literally burning.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I know I had a band-aid on, I think on my breast, and the nurse went to remove it, and it took off all the skin.
Oh my gosh, Audrey.
Yeah, so it was 6 weeks of that, and it was in the summer. It was in August, and it was one of the hottest summers because that was the year that we had that blackout. They had a major blackout down there. So it was during that.
Mm-hmm.
So we lost power, and I had to go stay in a hotel because there was no way I could not be around any kind of air condition.
Right.
Because you're just very irritable. The area's irritated.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was just a very emotional, it was an emotional process because you just don't know
Mm-hmm.
what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, and just hearing those words, you tested positive for breast cancer. You have breast cancer.
Yeah,
So, what? Me? And
very shocking.
didn't feel a lump either. I mean, that's the part that's
That's what they were so boggled about it because they kept saying you have no lump at all. It's no lump anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But when they did go in, it got a little bit bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and that shows how fast it spreads. It spreads
Mm-hmm.
very quickly. Like, I guess
Mm-hmm.
the cells multiply,
Right.
so that's why they're so big on having the procedure right away. It's probably
Exactly.
within a week or two of the diagnosis.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Something I want to share, because it's the fear of the unknown.
it's the fear of the unknown.
And just even going back to the biopsy, like, you had it, I had it, and I didn't know what to expect, even though, I ask a lot of questions about no matter what it is. I just the thought of, gosh, somebody sticking you in your breast with a needle,
Yeah, it's a very big needle.
right. But I have to say, just to share with whoever's listening or, hopefully no one's faced with that. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like it took just a few minutes, right? It didn't take long. I didn't they numbed the area. And
Mm-hmm.
it was so quick, but prayer,
A
prayer.
lot of prayer. A lot of prayer.
Mhm.
That's all you can do is really pray and stay positive and just be around positive, uplifting people.
Exactly.
You can't like stay off the internet because the
Right.
internet will have you thinking you're about to leave the earth.
Right. Exactly.
It's just the internet is too much.
It is. And I'm guilty of that. You're
Hmm.
curious, so I like to kind of know, what to
Yeah,
expect.
Google.
And then it's like you'll see some pictures. It's like, maybe I should have looked at that.
My doctor told me to stay off the internet. That was the first thing he told me, do not go on the internet.
Yeah.
So
This is interesting. I have to just give a shout out to a couple people who are tuning in. I really appreciate you joining us. My cousin Tina is a survivor, and I have to tell you, I was not aware of that. So,
oh,
Tina, I definitely would like to hear your story. But shout out to all the survivors out here. Tina also said the statistics are scary. I never knew men also suffer from breast cancer. Yeah, I used to work with a guy in Delaware many years ago, and we were just cool friends, but we were probably near the break room or something, and he just had this concerned look on his face. I'll never forget. He said, "Yeah, I don't know what this is." All of a sudden, he had a lump like up in this area.
yeah.
He said, "Yeah, Phil, it's weird." And I felt it. It just felt so hard, and it was big.
Mhm.
I don't know how long, it was there, but I was telling my mom and Bill about that earlier. It's, people that you wish you could follow up on and see
Mhm.
the end result of the story. I never found out because
Really?
he was out for a while after that. So
Wow.
the Ruthie said, I had my third biopsy in 6 years last month. All is good, but it's a fact of life. As women, we are susceptible. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Third biopsy. Woo. Yes. And Tina, thank God for early detection. That's the key. Yeah, that's the key. Early detection.
Mammograms are the key. I have talked to a lot of women that have good health insurance and they just don't they don't get their mammogram. Oh, I'll get it next year. They all
Why do you
these
think people put it off like that?
people are afraid of the unknown. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Or people have lumps. Some people do have a lump or they have some kind of pain and they
Mm-hmm,
just don't go and see about it.
mm-hmm.
And that is just the worst thing to do because time is of the essence.
Absolutely.
You
And
know, because I was stage one.
you were. I'm sorry, I didn't ask you that. Stage one.
Stage
So
one,
very early. Thank God that
very early.
absolutely.
The earlier, the better your chances, the survival rate.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
And men have to be aware of that also for everything. Go get a checkup. Don't
yeah.
just.
People want to self-diagnose themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot play around with cancer. Period.
Not at all.
Something's not right. Something doesn't feel right. Don't go on the internet and Google it. Go to the doctor and get it checked out.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I haven't made my appointment yet. I need to get on that quickly. So I'm going to make my appointment very soon.
Get on it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
support system. So how was your support system while you were going through all that?
I mean, really good. I had friends that would come with me to radiation. One of my girlfriends, Sandra, she would always go with me. A couple other friends. Oh, I
Mm-hmm,
want to give a shout out to my girlfriend, Karen. She's
mm-hmm.
a survivor. She's 1 year. If
Wow.
you're watching,
Congratulations.
Karen, yep,
Nice. It's important, to have people around you who are
supportive.
very supportive just to keep you. Because some days, I mean, gosh, even aside from breast cancers, we just have rough days. Some
It's rough. It's it's
yeah.
it's rough because at the time I was in hair school and I was
Mhm,
at the end of the program and they asked me did I want to quit and I said no, I'm not going to quit.
mhm,
The days I felt good, I went in and I just sat up at the desk and did all the retail. Um, it's like it just came out of nowhere and it can really, you can get in a funk about it. You have to
mhm,
really just stay positive and pray. They have a lot of support groups
mhm.
that you can join, and it's a lot out there.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So I've seen somewhere that they ring a bell.
Oh yeah, at the last day of my radiation, when you take your last treatment, they have you ring this big bell, and that's
Nice.
when you're finished.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I had a bell here to ring, so I'll just ring a virtual bell for you.
Yep. Yeah.
You ring that bell all the time.
But
So
I did everything at GBMC Hospital here in Baltimore, and the staff was very nice, very informative. I had really good doctors, so cancer free.
yes.
Yes, cancer free.
Ooh, perfect. So happy. So happy. Listen, if you can get me to wear a pink shirt,
Mhm.
it's important. Everybody, go get your mammograms. Do
Yes, please get your mammograms. Do
check
not put it
yourself.
off. Do not wait till the next year. If something doesn't feel right, if you have a lump, anything that seems suspicious, just get it checked out.
Hmm. Anything.
Anything, any little thing.
Because I just thought about something, Audrey. I know, when people are working full time, whether it's in the office or at home, we get so caught up,
Caught up and busy.
so caught up in that day to day schedule. And a lot of people, and I've been guilty of it myself, just
Mhm.
don't take the time out, to do something that's going to be beneficial or get themselves checked out. So, the bottom line is that job will be there the next day. You can take
Yep.
half a day, take a whole day off. I don't care what it is. Just take some time and get yourself checked out. Listen, I even believe in a mental health day. Sometimes I just need to sit quiet.
Yep.
I'm
Mental health is
in front of
important.
computers
And
and
a lot of people are afraid because it's not a comfortable situation getting a mammogram. It's very uncomfortable. It can
very
be a little painful, but it'll save you. It can save your life.
exactly. And,
Mhm.
and you're right. It is uncomfortable.
Yes, it is.
Coming from a small bed.
Very uncomfortable.
Comfortable, but I just daydream, imagine that I'm on the beach somewhere and
Exactly. Just think about something else.
exactly. And Tanya White, she says self-care is so necessary. Absolutely, Tanya. And I just got a message from Helen, our good friend,
Hi, Helen.
year survivor, 30-year breast cancer survivor.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh, I want to shout out Monique Blue. She's another breast cancer survivor.
Nice.
I think she's a year. She might be a year out.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
know quite a few survivors as well, and I'm just so thankful that they survived. Um, we just, like we said, we have to don't be shy. It's okay to talk about it.
Right, of course.
Talk about it. We all have them, and we have to take care of them and make sure we stay healthy.
Exactly.
Thank
Exactly.
you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Oh, and I want to say one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, I think the diet has a lot to do with it also.
Oh
Food,
yes,
the
yes.
food. Hmm.
So what did they tell you about that, or did you learn about it
I
after?
mean, I've read about it, and I did take a test also after I was done with everything. They
Hmm.
have you take this test. It's called a BRCA test. And
Hmm.
basically they test your genes to see, because I have girls, so they test your genes to see if it runs in your genes, and mine's back negative.
Okay,
So if you have daughters, it's very important to get that test done. It's called a
right.
BRCA, BRACA.
BRCA. Okay, got it.
And I mean, all health insurances should cover it because it's an expensive test.
I'm sure, and it should be
Hmm. It should be.
right.
It should
It
be.
should be free.
Yes, it should.
Incredible. And yes, Helen, early detection is very important. We totally agree. So a lot of love coming in, Audrey, for your story. I thank you, sis, for sharing.
Thank you for having me. Share.
Definitely want to keep talking about it. But the show is not over. That's why I love you. We got so much to talk about.
Yes, so much going on.
So much going on. You are an entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
I had two boxes to check for my idea for my very first show, and that's what I called you. And I said I'm looking for a breast cancer survivor who also owns her own business. And here you are.
It's me.
Yes, yes, yes. So Audrey, I don't know if you know, but well, we have the art gallery. I have an art gallery. With
Hmm. Yes.
started that 10 years ago. This is our 10-year anniversary.
Nice.
Yes, my mom's my business partner that way. And then 2 months ago, I started up my web design business, Design Interaction.
I
So
saw that.
even though, I've been working in corporate for over 20 something years, a long
Hmm.
time, I've always had a passion for owning my own business, always working for myself. And I'm just curious about you. I want to know all about it. And I have to tell you, every time I see your post, my joke is that I gain a couple pounds every time I see
I
your
know, right? You gained a couple.
post.
You see the pictures.
It looks good. It
Thank
looks really good. So you said a year and a half ago you started the Rum Cake Kitchen?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I had no intentions of starting a business. I mean, it wasn't even on my mind. It wasn't on my agenda. Um,
Really?
Anybody that knows me knows that my grandmother, my mother's mother, is from the Bahamas, from Nassau, And she was always a baker, always bake cakes. My cousins always bake. When I go to the Bahamas, I always bring back homemade baked rum cakes. I mean, their rum cakes are lethal because you will definitely get a buzz. They do wet rum cakes, and
I
their
don't
rum
know
cake,
what rum cakes are. What is
yeah,
that?
they're wet, and they usually have fruit in their rum cakes, and the fruit is soaking for months.
Okay.
Months.
So I just gotta stop you for 1 second. I'm gonna tell you, I have a huge sweet tooth, and we've
Uh-huh.
been talking about your business for what, 2 minutes, and already my mouth is like. But go ahead, continue.
So, a year and a half ago, it was Christmas. I usually make sweet potato pie, Thanksgiving, Christmas, really good sweet potato pie. And I was like, I want to make a rum cake. So I called my cousin Jan in the Bahamas. Any of my cousins that's watching, hi Jan. I don't know if you're watching, Robin, Wendell, Ava. So I called her and she gave me the recipe. So I made the rum cake and it came out good. You know, I glazed it up and I was like, oh, this looks so nice. I'm gonna put the picture on Facebook.
Right.
So I put the picture on Facebook and everybody was commenting, oh, where did you get the cake from? And I want one. So then people start sending me messages that can I make them a cake? And I'm like, make you a cake? I'm not doing that. I'm not making anybody a cake.
Right.
So people kept asking, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it started January.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine was like, you should make a couple cakes, just sell a couple, just see what happens. So
Mm-hmm.
it took some convincing because I still wanted no parts.
Right.
I think it was Super Bowl weekend. It was Super Bowl weekend. I think I put up a post and like 12 or 13 people ordered a cake. So that's when it started.
Wow.
And all
So,
these people were coming to my house to pick up a cake. I had all these cakes lined up on the table. So they started telling people, and more people were sending me messages. Do you have a website? Do you have Instagram? So I'm like, no. So my god sister Danielle, she's an entrepreneur.
mm-hmm.
She told me, well, you can start you can do your own website. So
Right.
she gave me the information, and I went and purchased the website, and I basically did the website myself. It
Good.
took 3
Good.
days, and
Good.
I was up to like 3 in the morning
Oh yeah.
because I really wanted to get it done. So I got it done. Took the pictures, my own pictures from my cell phone, and um, hold on a second. Can you see me?
I can see.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All the pictures was from my cell phone. I did an IG page. I did a Facebook page, and the next thing I know, I was getting like so many orders.
Nice.
I did a couple vending events. Um, a good friend of mine, Tanya Brown, she had told a reporter here in Baltimore about my business. She was a reporter from the Baltimore Times.
Mm-hmm.
So she came over, and it was last year, this around September,
Mm-hmm.
and she did an interview. She took pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had told her about me being a breast cancer survivor.
Right.
So she included it in the article. So she said, well, the article is going to come out in October,
Okay.
and I don't know when, I'll just let you know.
Right.
So every week, because that paper comes out every week. So
Okay.
every week I was looking for the article, and then one day I went online and my picture popped up, and I dropped my phone. I was like, oh, that's me. So it's crazy because somebody called me from Florida, and they were like, oh, you're on the cover of the Baltimore Times. And I was like, oh no, I'm not on the cover of the Baltimore Times. I'm in the paper. I mean, I have an article. He said, no,
Right.
you're on the cover. And they put me on the cover of the Baltimore Times. I was on the cover. I made it to the cover, and the reporter she didn't have anything to do.
Incredible. I
So
saw
that was
that and
crazy.
I was like cheering you on. I love it. They did the article was perfect.
Yes.
Great
So
job.
it came out during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Right.
And then it went from the article to a good friend of mine, Charles Sutherland. I grew up with him. He was a chef at a restaurant in DC in Georgetown called Rira. He actually got my cakes into the restaurant. So then I was making cakes for this restaurant in Georgetown. And it was it was an Irish restaurant and they specialized in whiskey. So I did bourbon cakes for them for about 6 months. And they put it on their menu, they put it on their website, and they were selling the slices, selling them by the slice.
Right.
And that was just like crazy too.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. So that I did that for them for about 6 to 7 months, and then in January of this year they went out of business.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic happened. Yeah.
Right. I don't know if it was before the pandemic. Yeah. So it went from the being in the paper to being in a restaurant. I got to be on a show here in Maryland called Baltimore Lifestyles, and that was February.
Oh, nice.
On Fox 5, I did a segment for Valentine's Day. I was on their show. I was on a radio show here in Baltimore by the name of Women in Business International. I've been on their radio show twice.
Nice.
Yes. And recently I received an email from her name is Pilar Scratch. She is she's a celebrity stylist.
Okay.
So when I got the email and I read it, and they were asking would I be interested in being in the magazine, I thought it was spam. So I read it and then I didn't pay it any mind. So I said, let me go back and read it again. So I said, okay. I looked her up and I said, wow, this is real.
Right.
I looked her up on Instagram. She had a very large following. So I answered the email and they got back to me. And eventually I had a phone call with her. She's from New York. She's out of Jersey. And we hit it off really well. We talked for about a good 45 minutes. So I wound up in her magazine. What she does is she goes on Instagram and she looks for up and coming entrepreneurs.
Oh, wow.
Puts them in her magazine. And that's how I got to be in the magazine. So I actually did a spread in July. It came out in July. Fashion GXD magazine.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it's been a really, really, and this is a year and a half. All of these opportunities have come up.
And you're on Real Talk Chronicles.
I'm on Real Talk Chronicles. Yes.
Like us.
So,
Audrey,
like I said, I had no intentions of being an entrepreneur. It just happened.
That is incredible. I mean, because I always am interested in, how someone got there. How did you get to the point that you are? Because, because I'm creating websites for small business owners, I'm hearing people's ideas. Some of them are brand new, just starting out, and some of them already had their businesses. But I'm hearing the story because a lot of people are, working full time and sitting at that desk, doing work for somebody else and daydreaming about what they're going to do, or, sitting down jotting notes while they're on their little break. Here, this fell in your lap and you didn't even know, and you embraced it.
Literally fell in my lap.
Yeah, you embraced it. So I'm just curious though, because I know your family, you said it was your mom's mom.
My mother's mother.
Recipe. But when you were younger, did you mess around and help out?
And Danielle, my best friend, it started with the Easy Bake Oven. Everybody knows about the Easy Bake Oven. We used to bake our cakes in the Easy Bake Oven, and then once we got older, we would bake cookies. We were always baking and making stuff in the kitchen. And when I was in elementary school, I was always baking for bake sales. I've always liked to bake. So that's something I've been doing since I was young when I look back.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I always like to eat. desserts.
So
So
do I. I like sweets.
me and a whole bunch of other people, especially a lot of people that are watching, they love your story. They love you. So you definitely have to hop on here in the comments, after the show and just chime on in. I have to tell you, my cousin Tina says she's placing an order tomorrow. She's like, "Dad, I'm ordering a cake tomorrow." And then she said, "Audrey, start soaking my cake now."
Oh, hey.
Yeah, she's definitely excited about it. There is a couple other people. Lorraine told me to tell you hi. Lorraine Emerson.
Oh, hi, Lorraine.
Mhm.
I grew up with her.
Said great topic. My cousin said black excellence. Um, yes, rum sweet cakes. Oh
Yes.
God, it's impossible to do this interview without my sweet tooth popping. This is crazy. Raquel Thompson,
Hey, Rocky.
Sister Raquel. She says such a blessing. Diane Watford said, "Wow, this is really inspiring." I know Diane has some ideas as well we're going to talk about. Tanya, who just launched her business, Tanya White. I actually just finished her website about a week or so ago. Protect Your Joy. She said, such an
Right.
inspiring story and journey. Congrats to you. I'm definitely ordering a cake too. Black Queens Rock. That's right.
Yes.
Down
Black
at the
Queens
bottom of
Rock.
the ticker, rumcakekitchen.com.
Yes.
Just head on over there. Tina, my cousin Tina said, "What God has for you is for you." So you just,
Very true.
this was part of your journey.
Yes, I'm in the world. That's my slogan. We run the world.
Exactly. And then Sister Chantel said, them St. Anne bake sales.
Yes, those St. Anne's bake sales. Yep, we had plenty of those, and I always bake for that.
That's so funny. Lorraine Emerson said, "So proud of you. Keep rocking." And Marlene Braswell said, "Amazing blessings." And Helen said, "Many blessings." So much love coming in for you.
Yes.
So much. I'm just,
And I want to thank all the people that have supported the Rum Cake Kitchen. I mean, I have so many supporters in New York, here in Baltimore. I mean, I can't even begin to say how grateful I am because my friends, they post and they tell other people, and it's just been a great outpouring of support.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Word of mouth. I mean, but I have to tell you, you kill social media.
Oh, I have to, because after a while you get tired of looking at them and you're like, I'm gonna order cake.
No, really.
And I mean, people order all times at late at night.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So where do you cook? Like, I know nothing about it. Like I said, I want that and I'll just eat it. But from a business perspective, do you do your business out of your home or do you have to rent a separate kitchen?
No, I do my business out of my home. I have a large kitchen.
Good.
I started off with a hand mixer, one little hand mixer.
Mm-hmm.
And I graduated I have two big mixers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
I don't own a mixer. I don't own anything like that.
Yeah. I have two big mixers. It could be, being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. It's not easy
Absolutely.
because what you put in your business is what you're going to get out of it.
So true. And Audrey, I always say that people see that end product. They'll see that fabulous cake or, the pictures that you're posting, the websites that I'm creating, the videos that we do, like they see that. But they don't see what goes on in the
background. It's a lot. It's been many a days, many a nights. I have been up to 2, 3, 4, 5
yeah.
baking. And I do my own packaging, and I try to package it according to if it's a birthday or holiday, the theme. I try to do a theme according to the season.
Right.
I've been trying to get a little creative. I'm trying to venture out now on other cakes, like doing fondant.
Mm-hmm.
And I made my first big cake this past weekend. My daughter had a dinner party.
I saw that picture.
Yes, beautiful. Brittany, she had a dinner party and I made a very big cake. So I put it on my website. It was a rum cake. Because people have asked me, do I do sheet cakes, and I'm like, no, I just do the bundt cakes and I do the cupcakes. But now I'm doing large cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line you'll do sheet cakes, or just you want to stay?
I probably will do sheet cakes soon.
Okay.
This particular cake that I did feeds up to about 24 people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a big cake.
Nice.
So the holidays are coming up. I already started taking orders for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be taking orders for Thanksgiving up until November the 15th.
Yes.
And I'm also doing a Black Friday raffle. I'm raffling off some gift cards. So the first 5 people that get a cake for Thanksgiving, they get 2 free raffle tickets.
I was just going to say that date again, because I think I saw that post November
the 15th. I might have to cut it off before that, because I know I've gotten so much business. So many people have said they want to order a cake.
Excellent.
Now, this is a one-man show.
I was just going to ask, does anybody help? Do the girls?
Nope.
It's just you.
Just me. So it's going to be first come, first serve.
Right.
Yeah, and if I have to ship any cakes, I think the last day I'm going to probably ship them is the Friday before Thanksgiving. That Friday will be the last day to ship out cakes.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. How does that work shipping? I know, we were talking about shipping. How do you package a cake?
Well, the cake is pretty, firm.
All right.
Wrapped up really good. I wrap it up really well, and I package it with my own packaging. Then I bubble wrap it really good. Then I put it in a box, and the box is basically almost the size of the cake. So there's no room for the cake to slide around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want you to give away all your secrets. I was just curious how this.
Yeah. So I mean, no one ever got a cake that was destroyed. Everyone's got their cake back. I've shipped to Texas, Florida, North Carolina, New York.
So Diane Whopper has a question for you, Audrey. She said, ask her what's her favorite cake she recommends. And I have to tell you, Diane, that's one of my questions I have. So we're on the same page here. Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is the tropical lemon rum cake. That's like one of the top flavors.
Rum cake?
Tropical lemon. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've just got to bring it back in here. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay.
Tropical lemon. I have about 9 or 10 flavors, because it's kind of like rum cake with a twist.
Right.
I also do a bourbon peach cobbler, which is very, very good, which is the reason why I gained 20 pounds over COVID, because we were in here eating peach cobbler and vanilla ice cream all the time.
All right, so I have a slight confession. I had a craving for a peach cobbler last week.
Uh-huh.
And I purchased, what is it? Marie, whatever.
Oh, Marie Callender's.
Yeah, what you find in the grocery store. I was just having a little bit of a moment. So,
Not the same. I have to bring you a peach cobbler, because you can't mail the sweet potato pie, because I do a rum sweet potato pie. Can't mail that, and you can't mail the peach cobbler.
Mm-hmm. Everybody look at me. I'm like, yeah, you can bring that.
I'll bring that.
I'll be right online, place my order. My goodness. Tina said that sounds so good.
It is lethal.
Yes, lemon. I'm all about the lemon as well. And Marlene is like, yes. So you killing us right now, girl. The pounds, just thinking about it. But it's worth it. All you have to do is eat your cake, and then
it's worth it.
Right, or
you have to have vanilla ice cream with your peach cobbler.
Okay. Yes. Can't vanilla ice
cream. Gotta have the vanilla ice cream.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So what's in it for the future? Where are you taking the Rum Cake Kitchen next?
I don't know. I don't know what's in store for the Rum Cake Kitchen. I just take it day by day, and whatever God has in store. I can't really say, because if somebody would have told me that I was going to be running a rum cake business, I would have definitely laughed at them.
Right.
Because people were shocked. They were like, wait a minute, you made that cake? You bake?
Right.
A lot of my friends was like, we didn't know you bake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bake.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot. It was shocking to a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you an all-around cook? Just
Oh yeah, I'm a very good cook.
yeah.
People have even asked me, am I going to do dinners? And I'm like, I'm not doing no dinners. It's a lot of work. I'll stick with the desserts.
Yeah, it's good to specialize. What you're doing now is excellent. You're doing an incredible job. I mean, just simply in the way you started out. You said Super Bowl weekend. That timing was perfect, right?
Yeah, that's when I did my first, like
The
really
first
had
one.
like, I think it was like 12 or 13 orders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So on your website,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I was all on it the other day. Hold on. Diane Watford said, tell her I'm going to visit her beginning of November when I'm on my way back from Virginia.
Okay.
So message delivered. Um, but yeah, when it comes to ordering, so I didn't because I couldn't decide, you know, it's like trying to map out this whole thing.
People get like overwhelmed because there's
Yeah.
so many choices.
Hmm.
So they never know what to get.
Exactly. So I know you do the cupcakes and then the actual bundt cakes. So
Yes.
are the flavors of the cupcakes the same as the bundt cake?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good way. Like, can you order a variety pack of the cupcakes and taste
Um,
it? How do
I
you?
used to do that in the beginning. I don't do that anymore because everything is made to order.
Right. Yeah.
So what I tell people is to start off, you can get the mini cupcakes
Hmm.
and you get a
Hmm.
dozen for 20 and it's one flavor per dozen. So if you want to get two, try two different flavors, you can get 2 dozen.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
people start off with the minis
Right.
and then they graduate from the minis to a cake or the regular size cupcakes.
I like that idea because it's the concept of something for everyone,
Right.
right?
Yep.
So if you don't want a whole cake or can't get it, just
Right. Oh, and I also do I also do a personal size bun cake. It's a
oh, tell me about that.
smaller cake and it could feed 3 people.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do that because some people are by themselves, they're single and
Yeah,
they can't eat a whole cake. So
exactly.
the personal size is perfect.
That is perfect. So,
Mhm.
all right. Yeah. The wheels are turning, and gosh,
Yeah.
water. So Diane also says she's given me so much hope. I've been trying to get my banana pudding to the public.
Do it, Diane.
Advice. I mean, what advice would you give? Oh, hold on. Kim Cherie said, please could I have the website? Yeah, the website, you guys should see it scrolling at the bottom.
UKKitchen.com.
Right. Rumcakekitchen.com. We're just going to keep saying it. Rumcakekitchen.com.
You run the world.
Absolutely. So, what advice would you give to someone like Diane who's trying to get that banana pudding out there to the public or anybody else?
I would tell her to do it. Just do it. And I mean, start small. You could do a pop-up shop. If you know someone that owns a business, ask them, could you do a pop-up shop at their business? And then you can start off by selling your banana pudding at the pop-up shop and you just have your cards, your information,
Mhm.
because people are going to want to, probably order again and you
Mhm.
just build from that.
Right.
And then eventually you'll have to, do an Instagram page. A lot of
Exactly.
business owners have Instagram and Facebook and it's free advertising.
It is. People are watching. They watch every
So
single.
I used to think nobody's paying attention, but people
Right.
pay attention. People are watching.
They watch
They watch everything.
every move, everything.
Yeah, because I used to think, oh, nobody's paying a Rum Cake Kitchen no mind.
Hmm. No, they are.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I
also,
do a lot of pop-up shops.
do you? No,
Yeah,
even like starting out by just making that banana pudding for family and friends. Here,
right.
what do you think? Because referrals are huge. People like what it is that you're
Word
doing.
of mouth is huge.
Absolutely. They're going to spread the word. They're going to say, here, go to Audrey for her rum cakes. You got
Yeah.
to go there. Don't order from anybody else. Don't get that Marie, whoever, what's the face,
Every calendar.
need to say her name, just go to Rum Cake Kitchen and get yours. So absolutely. Thank you, Marlene, for posting her website address as well. And then Sister Gary said, it sounds like you're still doing well, even through the pandemic. I'm glad you mentioned that, Gary. So have you noticed any slowdowns or upticks in sales?
It picked up during the pandemic because a lot of people were home and everybody just wanted to eat. So a lot of people, were ordering cakes and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think quite a few, myself included, I guess it's nerves, just being home, being in the house.
I mean, it's nothing to do. It was nothing to do, but I mean, a lot of businesses were birthed out of this pandemic, and you had plenty of time to sit around and brainstorm and think of ideas. And people are getting their hustle on, because I mean, I've met so many business owners that just started within a couple of months, and their whole business just blew up. And what helped too is all of the different Black business pages on Facebook. That really, I mean, I've gotten so many customers from the Black business pages. Like your friend that wants to do the banana pudding, tell her to get on the Black business pages and advertise. I mean, people get tired. Some people might get tired of looking at your stuff, but eventually you're gonna get a hit.
Oh, it's happened to me. Somebody referred me to this, Black business Facebook page. This lady reached out, honestly, the very next day from seeing her, and she needed a website. She was my second client.
See?
She's been doing what she's been doing for years.
Yeah, because people have businesses and they have no websites. And one thing about a business, if you own a business, you better get a website.
Say that again and tell them to go to design.
It's a lot of people out here that have businesses and they want to rely on Instagram and they want to rely on Cash App, and they're not advertising. They don't have a website, and they don't have other forms of, payment for your products. You can't do just Cash App.
Right.
I don't know how these businesses survive with Cash App.
It can't be the only thing.
It can't be the only thing. You have to be versatile.
Because people are, not in the same area. So it's not like somebody can just, I'll meet you and hand you a check, or, what have you. You have to have different options. And different payment options. Absolutely.
And definitely, you got to have a website, because the website works for you. People, I have another number where people can call if they want to ask questions. But I refer them to the website, because the website handles everything. You pick your product and you pay for it, and you put your shipping information. I don't have to take any notes, anything. Everything is on the website. And then once they order, they get a confirmation email. It automatically generates an email.
Absolutely.
So it saves you a lot of work and a lot of headache, and you have a paper trail.
Absolutely. And again, I'm going to plug myself one more time, since Audrey's plugging websites. Come on to Design Interactions.
Design Interactions. Get your website.
Get your website. Absolutely. I mean, that's what happened to me. I was laid off because of COVID in March. For a couple months, I just stayed focused on listening to the messages, Cuomo, the daily
messages.
Yeah, the family stayed safe. And then the light bulb hit. It's like, okay, how do I want my life to be? I know what I didn't want. I didn't want to go back into somebody's office and sit in their cubicle and, and work like a dog and be uncertain about my health and safety. I mean, that just simply wasn't an option.
Not worth it.
No, definitely not worth it. And hey, if I can work for them, I can work for myself, and just as harder, because I'm more passionate about it, because it's that I'm doing.
You do something that you're passionate about, that you love.
And, just like I'm sure you get enjoyment out of seeing somebody eating one of your rum cakes and, pleasure. I get so much pleasure from seeing the finished product of somebody. I know this sounds nerdy, but seeing, someone's website complete, and then just watching them go off and do their thing, and get business, get leads. good about it. Like that just makes me feel good. It makes me feel empowered because I've empowered them to go forth
Right.
with their website in confidence.
Exactly. And it helps it's going to help their business. And I mean,
Absolutely.
the website is going to pay for itself.
Oh yeah, it definitely does.
Mhm.
Definitely does. So I hope I'm saying it right. It's either Shanta or Shantae. She said, Janny from the block. We're up here in Hagerstown, Maryland. Definitely will order a few. My Nana passed away, and that was the only big I didn't get, the rum cake. So
Yeah.
my deepest condolences to you.
Sorry for your loss.
Yes, absolutely. Just a moment, because this just reminded me of somebody that I wanted to mention. So I'm from Philly, and a prominent person in Philly, his name was Earl Harvey. I found out late last night that he passed away yesterday. And
Sorry.
you talk about, anytime someone passed away, it's a shocker, and it's extremely sad.
Mhm.
Especially since, I left the area and moved to New York, almost 10 years ago. I had not spoken to him, but social media, we're able to follow each other and stay up on everything. But I am heartbroken over this man's loss. And I have to tell you, he dedicated his life to promoting Black businesses. I mean, he
Right.
had a newspaper, that people purchase ads in, and he held different events around the city and so forth. Just a huge loss, and my condolences go out to the Harvey family. And I have to say that we will continue the work, not just myself, but there's a lot of people out here who are spreading the word about promoting Black businesses.
Yes.
I had plans
We
to
have to support each
tell
other.
them about this. Yeah, so we have to. We have to support each other. It's not just about Black businesses or women-owned business, but definitely small businesses. But even more so, how Issa Rae said, I'm voting for everybody Black. Yeah, I want to see my Black, brown, people of color
Mm.
win.
Yep.
Win. So I will have a mix of people as guests. But obviously, I take pride in someone who looks just like me, who's brown just like me, and who's doing the damn thing despite what they've been faced with. So yeah, I digress, but we will continue that good work. We will continue to support each other. So with that said, go to rumcakekitchen.com, go to designinteractions.com for your website. You got to support us. You got to support us. So Marlene said we are all on it now. Shantae said we need the website, rumcakekitchen.com, and designinteractions.net. Kim Cherie said comfort food. There's the website again.
Yes. And follow me on Instagram, the Rum Cake
Yeah,
Kitchen.
I'm
Follow
telling
my
you,
page.
Audrey will have you. All you just got to do is scroll down her page. I'm telling you, and you'll be on that order form, placing a placing an order quickly. Marlene said, that's what I love about us. We know how to reinvent ourselves. Absolutely, Marlene. The people who
Very
are
true.
succeeding are the people who are basically reinventing. Things are different. We can't, gosh, for years, we would go to networking events with our business cards and, oh, hi, this is what I do. Nice to meet you. I'll give you a call. There ain't no networking events happening right now. We're doing everything online, and it's all good.
Social media. Everything's on social media.
Absolutely. Kim Cherie said, website builds your clientele, your brand. Uh, Diane Watford said, Malika, this is where I'll need you. The website. Yep, we talked about that.
The website.
Yep, design interactions. Absolutely. Tanya White, that's my client. She said, yes, design interactions makes your business vision a reality. Thank you, Malika, and thank you, Tanya, for those kind words. It was an absolute pleasure working with you, and thank you for the referral. I'm looking forward to working with Gina as well. Kim Cherie said, yes, be your own boss. Absolutely. inspirational, good information. Um, Diane sent her condolences to the Harvey family and Kim Sheree. Rocky. Manny Ramirez.
Oh, Manny.
That name?
Yes.
Audrey, East Harlem's finest baker, $11.99.
Yes, $11.99.
When I first heard people talking about $11.99, I had no idea. You know, I'm from Philly. I don't know what $11.99 is.
Everybody knows what $11.99. Where
Yeah,
that
then
and
I
it's
got
home.
educated about it.
I didn't say hi to all my $11.99 family.
Exactly. Steve King is from $11.99 too.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's family.
Raquel, Chantel. So it's a whole
Chantel too? Oh, wow.
big family.
Another question from, I think it's Sonia. She said, Audrey, do you have any vegan items for your bakery? That's an excellent.
Someone just asked me that yesterday. I am working on a vegan product. I do have a what is it? A lot of people cannot eat the gluten. I have a gluten-free rum cake. I do have that, but I'm working on a vegan recipe.
That's
So
good.
I get a lot of people that are vegan have inquired.
Good. I know one of the ladies we're friends with from church, she's vegan. So yeah, that would definitely be good for her as well. So thank you, Sonia, for that question. Diane Watford said, I couldn't choose looking at the website. I'm greedy. Girl, I know that was me yesterday. I'm just scrolling, looking at the pictures like this darn Audrey. She gets me every time. And yes, you do have to change with the times. Chantel is still here. She said $11.99, stand up. Manny, Harlem knows $11.99. That's right. I've been schooled on $11.99.
East side.
Yes, the east side of Harlem. East side. Well, this is perfect. Gosh, Audrey, we've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes.
Doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't.
This has been really an enjoyable conversation.
Thank you.
And like I said, anybody that wants to start a business, just do it. Don't even waste time thinking about it. Just do it. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is scary.
It's scary. I was like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? And then I was like, wait a minute. You know what you're doing. You know?
Right. You know what you're doing, and if you're good at it, you might as well.
Exactly. Just step out and do it.
Step out on faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, step out on faith. That's it. Step out on faith and, start with family and close friends.
And just work your way up. And small business, I mean, entrepreneurship, small business, this is like big. It's big. I mean, here in Maryland, they have all kind of events for entrepreneurs and vendors, and you can vendor. I mean, I've done wine festivals. I mean, there's so many opportunities to and the holidays are coming up. And some people don't even like going, being out. They want to shop online. That's big too, shopping online.
Yes, it is. It's huge. Somewhere, is it like Amazon Prime Day or something?
Yes, Amazon Prime Day today.
Yeah.
Is it just one day?
I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I just went past it. So, it's hard, especially when we were all locked in. It's like, oh, let me order this. Let me order that. Yeah, okay. Gotta slow down on ordering a little bit. Diane said, and I keep saying her last name. My mom's watching too. Her name is Diane. Diane Watford said, I'm definitely going to do it. She said, you just inspired me. What do I have to lose? Absolutely, Diane, just go for it.
Right, just go for it.
And listen, like we said, what people see, that's what you see after all the work is done, or it's still going on. People don't see, like you said, the late nights. I'm up late all the time. Well, a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'm up late working on different things, and I just want to be productive. I want to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to be helpful so that I can run my business properly. And Kim Marie said, I think it's Amazon Prime. That's for a whole week.
Oh, so
We don't want y'all to spend your money at Amazon Prime. We want you to spend your money at rumcakekitchen.com.
okay, kitchen.
Exactly. Let me just ask Bill. Bill's my assistant today, so I just want him to check one thing for me. For those of you who have hung in here, I have to tell you, I mean, the comments have been on and popping. Every time you see me look down, or I'm reading, and
Reading comments.
yeah, the comments have been flowing. We've had a nice viewership. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm always sitting next to Bill and, being supportive. I always will. But this, business segment is something that I'm very passionate about. And I want to shine the light on us small business owners. We need it now more so than ever. We have to connect with each other, be supportive of each other, and continue to spread the word. So
I have to get your information so I can put it on my Instagram page.
I appreciate that. I definitely do. So have you done like live, like Facebook Live, or because we're actually, I don't know if I told you,
Uh-huh.
an hour later, but we're not only on Facebook Live, we're also on YouTube Live. So we're streaming out to both of them right now.
Really?
Yeah, don't be.
I haven't done it yet. I mean, I know I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been in front of the camera. I was on TV. I'm kind of like nervous when it comes to doing the Facebook Live, and all.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna start.
Right.
Yeah,
Guess
I like being behind the scenes.
No, so same here. And people will not believe me, but I mean, I've been shy my entire life. I've always been the quiet one. I'm a doer, helper. I'll set it up. That's me.
Right.
And then I have to tell you, God, I don't know how many years ago this was, but I started teaching part time because I've always been in technology, computers, something like that. And I started teaching part time over at Community College in Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
Audrey, my mom, she's a retired art teacher. So at that time she was still working. She was like, Malika, you can do it. You can teach. And
Hmm.
I was so nervous. I mean, she hyped me up. I applied. They hired me, right away and assigned me to a class. I mean, God, it was meant, right? God had this all
Right.
for me.
Plan.
And, I just remember standing in front of that class and I was so nervous, and I was very young when I first started teaching at the college. So the funny thing I noticed is that when I first showed up, people were still waiting for the teacher to show up, for the professor. Oh, she ain't get here yet. And I'm like, it's me. But I realized that I knew what I was talking about. I just started out teaching my Microsoft Office suite. And, I had my lesson generally that I had to follow, but I knew what I was talking. They were here to learn something from me. And
Right.
that clicked, once I realized, I have something to give.
To give.
Yeah, it just really, it touched me seeing
Mhm.
it.
Something that you're passionate about.
Absolutely. I was giving them skills to empower them to make them more productive at work or at home. There was a skill set that I was teaching them. And yeah, so many years later, here we are, following our passion. We're very passionate about this. And so what I was going to tell you about being shy is, yeah, I was so shy just to sit
Mhm.
in front of, those people. It was like a class of maybe 20 or so people. But
Wow.
yeah, you talking about knees shaking and hands, it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
why
I
did
get it. That's why I don't really like
I?
going live because I'm outgoing,
Yeah,
but I have a shy side too.
yeah. No, I can sense that about you as well. I think we both can, but it's all good. I mean, it's just like we on the phone with each other,
On having a conversation.
talk on the phone, and it's fine. I know I follow different people on social media, and it's like they're your friends in a way when you watch them after a while. So I'm
Yeah, I watch a lot of business owners go live, and some people are just they're so natural. They're just good, good with it.
they are, yeah. but it just comes with practice. You mean,
Yeah.
honestly, after every show, I'll tell you, I don't know if you heard the music playing when I first brought you on here, but
Mm-mm.
I had soca playing. I've listened to music on YouTube, so I was blasting the soca, and Bill, was teasing me, dancing around. And then I switched over to some hip hop. So I had my own little private part. I was getting hyped, put on my pink shirt. I'm getting ready.
Right, getting ready.
Yeah. So, it's all good. I'm sure some people will be like, oh, she's silly. Yeah, I am silly, but I'm thankful for every single day. And I just want to get up and smile. And that's it. That's it.
Make a difference.
It does. It does. So you keep doing the darn thing with your rum cakes, Audrey. I wish you all the best. I mean,
Thank you.
I say this to you all the time, so it's sincere. Like, I'm so proud of you. So proud. And you are getting the word out. Your face is, showing up here in magazines, here on Real Talk Chronicles. It's all good. This is what you're supposed to be doing. That's why, you're still doing it. And any challenge that we face as business owners, say no pain, no gain, right? it's fine. It helps us get to where we're trying to get to.
Help you grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So any parting words, any more advice you want to give out? Anything?
I mean, like I said, anybody
rum cakes off the hips.
I mean, with the sweets, you got to do some kind of exercise.
Yes.
They will pack on the pounds. I gained 20 pounds.
Did you really?
Yes.
Since the pandemic?
Yeah, I lost 6, so I'm working on losing. I'm not eating any more peach cobbler. I had to give it up.
I'll eat a little bit of it for you.
I mean, if you have an idea, business idea, just launch it, do it.
Mm-hmm. Just do it.
Yep.
Thing is just, also reach out to somebody who's always doing it. Are you open to people sending you a message through Facebook?
Open to that. Send me a message on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, the Rum Cake Kitchen. I'm on Instagram. They can send me a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Perfect.
And inspire somebody else to start their business.
Absolutely. I have a feeling that there are quite a few that we've inspired, and that makes me feel so good. So Kim Cherie said, great interview, ladies. Diane said, many blessings to you both. And we're getting some applause. Sister Raquel said, it's your calling. Proud of you both. Great interview. So Audrey, for my first official.
Thank you, Malika.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. Look, we're kind of hug. Yes. That's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Everybody, place your orders. Place your orders.
rumcakekitchen.com.
And then for Thanksgiving, the orders have to be in for right now by November 15th, right?
November the 15th.
All right.
That's the cutoff.
Or sooner. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Chantel, Gary. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We are going to do the business segment every other Tuesday. If you know somebody who's a business owner who's just getting started, who's been in business for a while, drop me a line and let me know. I would love to talk to you. This is it. We just have a nice laid back flow, easy conversation. We will advertise your business in the little ticker down at the bottom during the whole show. So it's all good. I am going to hop off here and I have some orders to place. So I'm going to play. Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Malika.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks, Bill.
Bill, Audrey said thank you. He said thank you. All right, sis. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.